I need a book sleeve. The important question is what color? I'm gonna crochet it. Where's my book? Just a second. I forgot my Kindle. I have a bigger book sleeve. A book fits there, and you know, a pen, a couple of books, even maybe a real paper book, and then a Kindle. But I need a smaller one just for my Kindle. I'm going, well, next time I'm going to travel, I really need a book sleeve. And I was already sure that I'm gonna choose these colors because I have more of them, and I'm not gonna play a young chicken if I choose them. But everybody on TikTok said these were kind of better. And I like them. I'm just not sure that there is enough. But you know, maybe I'll try. Let's try, okay? I'll try and I'll see. So the book sleeve is a granny square, a big granny square, and it just goes on until you have the right size for your book. And this is what I'm gonna do. There is a free pattern. I found a free pattern, but as always, I'm gonna improvise, and it's a granny square, right? I'm gonna do granny square. So I decided that this would be, I will crochet all of this, and then if I need to, I probably will, I will make the border out of this color, and the border and the ties. Well, we'll see how much yarn I actually have, because it could be enough, you know, it could be. But I'm very not confident that I have enough. So lately I've been chaining one between the clusters of double crochets. So that's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3. So I'm making a basic granny square. It's just when you make granny squares for blankets or something else, you make like 3, 4 rows, 5 rows. But now I'm gonna do many rows. I don't know how many exactly, but many rows. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I love this yarn. I remember I bought it when I made a scarf for my brother. It was a striped scarf, a kind of a Nudes Commander, inspired by Nudes Commander scarf. Very classy, very English, very, I don't know, I love it. I don't think he wears it a lot though. He's more of a fashionable, you know, guy. 1, 2, 3, okay. So if you chain 2 between the clusters, the holes between the clusters are bigger, and I would prefer a book sleeve to be, you know, to protect my Kindle. So I want to make them a little bit smaller. That's why I'm chaining 1 between them. Okay, that's it. So I'm making a classical granny square, 3 double crochets between, 3 double crochets. The clusters of 3 double crochets, and I make 2 more in every row, in every side of the row. I'm hoping, well, if you better Google or find it on YouTube. It's very simple. If you can crochet, you will very quickly master granny squares, and you will soon enough make them without, instructions, without a pattern. Welcome, welcome. Oh, are you making anything? Are you crocheting? Are you knitting? Tell us what you're making. This year I'm not making a lot of Halloween stuff. I made 3, I think, new pumpkins. 2 of them are crocheted. They are behind me. This one and a black one, this one. And this one is knitted. And that's it. I actually didn't need those pumpkins too, but I decided, someone always comes over, for example, and says, oh, they are so cute, and I give pumpkins away all the time. So I decided that, well, it would be nice to make a couple of more pumpkins, and then I either have more or have pumpkins to spare if someone wants one. And also, just yesterday, actually, we made a cable pumpkin together. Those pumpkins that have a cable on each petal, on each, what is it called, section. They're beautiful. I had one, but I gave it to my friend last year, so I made a new one. Okay, the second row is done. I wonder how much I can get done today, because when I'm live I'm much quicker and I'm more focused, so I guess I could finish it, but I'm not sure. 2 rows of my granny square. Welcome everybody, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Welcome, welcome. Tell us what you're making, please. Are you making anything for Halloween? And you know what? Who has new Halloween patterns? Please show hands. Who has new Halloween patterns? Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and I'm always very happy to see new patterns, especially when they are not, crazy orange and neon green, but, mysterious, dark skulls and things like that. Please share. I have a bundle of favorites on Ravelry. And you know what? I have an episode on my YouTube channel also of my favorite Halloween patterns. But I feel like it's time to renew this episode, because I have found something new, I think, and just to see them, first of all, to see them myself again, to remember what I got there, and second of all, inspire you, because I'm very happy. I'm always very happy when someone shares patterns, because you know, you never know where you can find them. And even if you look for them on purpose, it doesn't mean you will find the one, you know. So whenever you are sharing patterns, I'm really happy, because you know, when you watch my videos, for example, miksi sä puhut englantia? Pieni hetki. When what was I saying? Yeah, when you watch my videos, if you watch my videos, that means, I'm sorry for the light, you guys. The sun is moving. It means that we like each other, right? We share interests. We probably will like patterns that we recommend to each other. And so I love when you share the patterns, because most likely I will like them. I will want to make them. So I'm always pro sharing. Miksi sä puhut englantia? En tiedä miten vastaa. Koska kaikki puhuvat englantia, I suppose. I don't know, because it's an international language. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the likes. I'm always very glad when someone is here with me. Who is crafting? Show of hands. Who's crafting right now? Okay, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 rows done. I'm starting the 4th. There is a lady on TikTok who is crocheting a hexagon cardigan. And the yarn she's using is amazing. Very, you know, earth tones, browns, blues, beige, I don't know. They're all different, and at the same time they're all, you know, from the same family. I don't know, muted, very rich. And when they are, you know, placing themselves into the hexagons, oh, it looks amazing. This, I remembered about this because it looks a lot like this. One of the colors is kind of like this. And I kind of wish I had self-striping yarn or sectioned yarn, but this, I love this one also. You know what? I know that I always, when I buy sectioned yarn or self-striping yarn, I realize that that's not my thing. I am more of a one color yarn kind of person. I like one color on me, you know, and in my home. But I love to look at different colors on others. The same thing, by the way, goes to my manicures. I love nails, like beautiful nails, but I hate them on my hands. That's why I never wear anything on my hands. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you crafting? Are you crafting with us, or are you just watching? You know, everybody in Finland, like most of people in Finland and in most northern countries, celebrate every single ray of sunshine, you know, when the sun comes out. Everybody's, if they are free, they go outside, they celebrate it, they enjoy the sun. But I actually, I hate when the sun is shining right into my face, like it does, like it's doing right now. And in general, I don't like the heat. I don't like sunshine. I don't like it. I like, you know, a very calm, a mild weather. Let's say that, a mild weather, when you can put on everything you knit. Not everything, but something you've knitted, and go outside and feel comfortable. That's my favorite season, my favorite weather. I love wind, I love rain, but separately, either wind or rain, not at the same time. And that's why I'm kind of waiting for November. November is considered the scariest month here in Finland and probably in northern countries, because it's very dark already. The sun doesn't come out. Because it's, I think you can call it Indian summer right now, because although it's October, but you know, it's warm, it's beautiful. I think it's still Indian summer here. But November is already, you know, winter is coming. And everybody is trying to catch these last rays of sunshine, these last sunny days here. But I'm okay without them. I'm sorry. You know, every time I see someone posting stories or something about, like, I saw the sun outside and I rushed outside. I don't get it. I'm okay at home when the sun is shining. Okay, row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. It's quite a decent speed. Oh, 1. I'm watching Bob's Burgers, as always. You know, at any point of my life, I have a show that I don't think what to watch, what I didn't finish, what I need to watch. I just put it on always. Even if I finish it, I start watching it again, or as I'm doing now, I'm going in the opposite direction. I'm watching from the last episode to the first, because it makes me calm. It calms me down. It keeps me grounded. You know, I am. You know, this question is always hard to answer. Are you so calm because you knit? You knit a lot, or you crochet a lot, you craft a lot, you must be so calm. And I'm not sure what comes first, but it definitely matters if you are able to, you know, sit and do something for hours. That means something. but I am quite an anxious person, so I try to calm down, like always. I'm always trying to calm down. And that means that I choose the tea I drink carefully, the things I put around me carefully, the things I do carefully, the people I talk to carefully, and also the shows I watch and the amount of shows I, change. I personally cannot watch new shows all the time. I need to, repeat what I already saw. And Bob's Burgers has been that show that gives me, this calm, very. I'm calm because it's there, I already know it by heart. I don't need to watch it to listen to it. I just like those voices. Those actors. My favorite is Jean. He always cheers me up. I love his confidence. Okay. Should I have pointed my camera to my crocheting, to my hands? I feel like I don't know, I'm still not sure. I like watching it. At the same time, I'm always thinking that it's too boring. I don't know. What do you like more? Watching just hands, just crafting, or watching a person too? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you crafting? Let's have a new tradition. Whoever enters this room tells us if they're crafting and what, if they are. I love this yarn. You know what? I found it today and I was surprised because I forgot I had it. But it was actually quite, fancy, expensive. I put a lot of attention into choosing this yarn and forgot. And I love, it's like finding money in a coat you haven't worn for a season. It was nice. Okay, row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. This is 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So I'm starting row number 7. I finished row number 6. And we need the size that's enough to, the diagonal should be enough to wrap around the book and meet in the middle. So now looking at the ball of yarn and what I've already made. It is possible that I have enough yarn, but I'm very not sure. I don't know. Maybe you will see a very fun game of yarn chicken in the end. It's very possible. You know, I saw people recommended turning the work, like crocheting one row and then turning the work and crocheting the next row in the other direction, so that the square is not crooked. I don't want to sacrifice this look though. I like that it has an obvious right side and an obvious wrong side right now, and I'd love to keep it, you know. It's very if I do that, you can barely tell, but still for me it's important, and I would rather block the granny square then and straighten it, then turn the work. Welcome, welcome. Are you crafting? Tell us what you're making, what's your craft and what you're making. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Every time I see lives, I'm thinking about how many talented people there are, and how nice it is to find your people, you know, how nice it is to be in this community, in crafting community. And I feel like it's the nicest community. I'm not the member of the others, so maybe there are others, maybe there are even better communities, but I think you'll agree that ours is one of the best, at least, if not the best. Oh, it was a genius idea to go live in general, not today, not just today, but always, and craft together. Because I always say that because it amazes me how much more I get done when I'm with you. I just sit and craft. If I were in my armchair right now, I would be on my phone already. I would already forget what I'm making, what I need to make, you know. I would get distracted 100 times. And here with you, I'm just sitting and knitting. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for the likes. Where are you from and what are you crafting? And are you crafting? Where are you from and are you crafting? And if yes, then what? You know, I always, almost always, I say that my craft, my kind of first and main craft is knitting, and everything else is secondary. But, you know, to be honest, I must admit it shifts. At least knitting and crochet are, I couldn't say which one is the main one and which one is secondary. Welcome, welcome everybody. I'm very glad to see you. Row number 7 is done. I'm starting row number 8. I love this color. You know, I always switch to crochet in summer. You know, summer is more about crochet for me than knitting, but that's a very general rule. I don't think I could choose. I always do both. I just do a little bit more crochet in summer than knitting. And you know, I was waiting for autumn to start knitting again, to come back to knitting, but I can't stop crocheting this year. I don't know why. And that's very interesting. Welcome, welcome. Are you crafting? Tell us, if you enter this room, tell us, are you crafting? And what's your craft? What's your craft, and are you crafting right now, or are you maybe doing chores or something? You know, I love there are people who craft while watching crafting videos, and then there are people who watch crafting videos when they cook or something, and when they craft they watch something else, like, I don't know, booktube or series. I used to watch crafting videos while crafting, but now I want to watch crafting videos when I do something else. And while I'm crafting, I watch history, probably, videos. I love history. What's the channel's name? History Hit. I watch History Hit. Or, I don't know, some lecture about some old guy, probably, most likely. A hair, of course. I know that some people leave the hairs in the knitting, in the crochet, on purpose. For me, it depends. If I didn't notice it right away, and I have already knitted them, crocheted them into the fabric, and I can't just pull it off, I can leave it there. If it's not like my black hair on brown hair on a white yarn. But if I need to just unravel one stitch, for example, I would probably unravel. They annoy me. The hairs in the knitting or crochet annoy me. Welcome, welcome. What are you making? Tell us, are you crafting right now, and what? And if you are, what is it? You know, I like noticing handmade stuff in series and films, and I sometimes um, make videos, make edits about that. But I kind of, at some point, I stopped noticing them. And now I'm thinking, is it, why is it? What's wrong? Excuse me, I still, can you imagine, I was ill like a week ago. I had this dry cough, it was awful, and I still have those. Then it stopped, like I got much better, but now it started coming back again. I don't know what's happening, and I feel okay, I don't feel sick. I have no idea what's going on. Welcome, welcome. Are you crafting? Are you crafting? Does it irritate you when people confuse crochet and knitting? Because some people react very strongly and some are just like, okay. There's no middle, you know, as I've noticed. I am probably, well, I think that a person who can either knit or crochet knows the difference, and they wouldn't say that. And if a person who doesn't do either confuses that, that's like understandable. Some people, you know, everybody knows that I craft, but people who don't craft, all the time they say something like, oh, Julia embroiders, and they literally point to a knitted sweater I'm wearing. So I think people who don't craft have so little knowledge about what's what. They think that crafting is, you know, a term, the term you can use. It's crafting, and you don't have to specify. And that's kind of okay. I think I am like that in some other aspects of life. Physics, for example. I know physics. That's it. I don't know the difference between... I don't even know the names of different types of physics. Theoretical physicist, and what else is there in the Big Bang Theory? There are theoretical physicists, and who else? Can't even remember. I'm finishing row number 8, I think. I should recount them. I'm using a 3mm crochet hook, and I have no idea what kind of yarn it is, so sorry. It just looked like I should use a 3mm crochet hook. If I was making a garment though, I would probably want a bigger crochet hook, because the fabric I'm getting is quite stiff, you know. I would want my garment, my clothes to be more, to fold better. But for this purpose, actually, I could have used a smaller, an even smaller crochet hook, and that would be okay. I am sometimes very bad at stockinette stitching, at making the same thing over and over again. And this is exactly what I'm doing here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to count the rows. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am making row 8 right now. I always count differently. I don't know what's going on. I'm actually quite a counter, you know. I recount my stitches as I go all the time. Stitches, rows, just check everything all the time. But today the math is not mathing. Museums. Oh, Tina has chosen the strangest boy. Not the boy, he's okay. It's not the boy, but why is she so in love with Jimmy Jr.? He is not good for her, in my opinion. Doesn't respect her enough. Oh, I just remember that I forgot to go for a walk to get my steps today. I try to, you know, when I understood that it's hard for me to walk every day, I need a goal, you know. I can walk a lot, but only if I have a route, I have something to go, somewhere to go, something like that. If I just need to get my steps, I don't know where to go, I don't want to do it, and that's why I'm using this app that reminds you of some important things, and that's you know, you feed some kind of a pet there, and when it does something, when you check what you've done for today, it grows, and I don't know, it's happier. And I put this on my list, walking 2,500 steps a day, because I assume that those 10,000 steps are, well, it's an average amount, right? And a quarter of that number would be a nice start to get used to it, you know, and enough to just, you know, feel a little bit of movement, but it's a bare minimum, so you don't have to like rush into it. Because I know myself, if I start big, I will burn out very soon. But it turned out I burnt out even with 2,500 steps, and today I forgot about it again, and I kind of don't know where to fit them. I can't find the time or the time of the day probably where it fits. You know, the sports, I know that I must do sports in the morning, because if I don't, I will never do them. But going for a walk, stepping, getting my steps, I have no idea. It would be nice to do it in the afternoon, because, you know, after lunch, for example, to move a little bit. But I don't know. It's maybe I'm not pushing myself enough. I don't know. Row number 8 is finished. Am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. We are starting row number 9. You know what? The diagonal of the granny square is already the width of the book. That means something. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm very glad to see you all here. I usually have dinner at exactly 5 o'clock, but today I guess I will have to be a little bit late. You know what changed my life a little bit, but eating habits? Making a schedule. I made a timetable, and I have breakfast at 9 o'clock, have lunch at 1 o'clock, and I have dinner at 5 o'clock. And of course, this time can be moved if I decide to. But the important thing is to move it and then stick to it. Like to find your schedule and stick to it. And after I did that, I stopped, you know, having those breakdowns when I could eat everything in the fridge and still be hungry. I used to have those times when if I opened the pack of crisps, for example, or nuts or something, I finished them and I wanted 7 more. There was no chance that I could, you know, eat a little bit and then eat the rest of it tomorrow. No chance. But now, after making a timetable, it's kind of, I don't know, these rules help me. Like between I eat sugar only after eating properly, and in between those meals I am okay with not eating. Sometimes I might be hungry when I'm PMSing or when something, you know, something changes. But usually that's okay. I know that I eat like on time. And I started feeling hunger and feeling being full better, because before that it was amazing how little I felt. Like I could understand that I ate too much. I ate a lot, but I didn't feel the hunger, the fullness. And I think that started, I can't remember, and I didn't notice when it started, but I think that when I was losing weight, in my probably 20s. Well, the end of 20s. How do you call 27, for example? What do you call it? I used to not listen to the signals of my body. I just told myself, okay, we are not eating. That's it. Because we are losing weight. And I think that was very bad for me. And I think that's when I learned to ignore the signals of my body. At least if we are talking about food and eating habits. But now I'm getting those back, and I'm sometimes just, noticing things. I'm hungry, okay, this is hunger. And my eating habits has become much better, and they are still changing, still becoming. I'm working on them. And I can say that I feel much better. I feel more energetic. I rarely have no energy to, to live this life. Oh, actually, I sometimes do. Do you know when? When I eat a lot of sugar. At some point, I thought I was feeling, very... like energy was sucked from me after eating, but now I notice that I felt this way after eating a lot of sugar, not just a piece of chocolate, but a lot of, like, a big portion of dessert. That is very interesting and very eye-opening for me. I have always known that sugar wasn't good, but to feel it like that so obviously. Interesting. When I was little, when I was a teenager, I used to eat sugar uncontrollably. I'm trying to remember why my parents didn't do anything about it. That's strange for me. But, if I started eating, like if we had several chocolate bars in the fridge or in the cupboard, I could eat one, then the second, then the third, and like several full chocolate bars, just because. And I've never heard like my parents saying something like, "Who ate this? Why did you eat so much?" and things like that. Never. I have questions. And now, of course, I have to control it, and it's very difficult for me. I'm trying. I'm sometimes not good at it. Sometimes I eat too much sugar. But in general, it's getting better. It's getting better. I'm one of those people who take little steps and just take them and take them. I'm not the kind of person who, wakes up famous. I need to move slowly, step by step. Can't remember how many rows I have made. 9 probably. Come on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, people. It's very nice to see you here. Are you crafting? Are you crafting? If you are, what are you making? We're just gonna I'm just gonna crochet for maybe 5 minutes more. I'm not sure if I finish this today, but I definitely need to have dinner, so I will finish this hour and then have dinner, and then I will probably come back to you tomorrow already. 2 lives in a day is not for me yet. Maybe in the future. You know, I'm thinking of how I could arrange my working space, my armchair where I knit and crochet, so that I could film there and I could go live from there, because now I'm here because the window is here and the light is here, and there the light is behind me, which is like the worst possible option. But if I have a light, like kind of a strong light, I can go live. Oh, sorry. I can go live from over there. That would be better. But, well, you know what I should do? I should probably Google some lamps. Probably we have this store here, Kärkäinen, and it kind of has everything. I'm imagining there is some kind of lamp there. Because, you know, everything I bought, like the tripod, the microphone, all the things I bought, I don't regret one of them. They help me every time I'm filming, every time I'm meeting you guys. I kind of say thank you to myself that I invested in them, and they make my life easier. Because before that I used to feel like, you know, oh Jesus, I need to film. No, that's a whole story, you know, when you need to bring something from one room, attach something from this and there, that's ugly. So to invest into something you need is a nice thing. It depends on everything, of course, but in general, that's very nice to make your life easier, more comfortable. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, which row is it? 9 or 10? Oh, it's not the end of the row yet. Sorry. Welcome, welcome. Are you crafting or are you just watching? Nowadays I cannot craft. I can, but I don't like crafting when someone else is crafting. When I'm crafting, I watch something else. I watch crafting videos while I'm cooking or cleaning or something like that. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I wonder if there is some kind of a record of how big the biggest granny square is. I want to Google it. Right after we finish here, I will Google it. And I will be sad if I don't find this information. I think it should be well known. Everyone deserves this information. I might even post it here. Still not the end of the row. That's fun how the size of the granny square changes, and at first you're like 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, and then it's oh, it's not over yet. Ooh. I mean, it's still not huge, it's just, you know, as small as it used to be. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wonder if there are lives where people just craft and don't say anything the whole hour or several hours. I wonder if it's even better. Still not the end of the row. Yeah. One more side. I think I want to open the window. It's very hard to breathe here. Hey, welcome, welcome. Very nice to see you. Welcome. Thank you for being here, guys. That's always, you know, the more the merrier to craft together. I always get distracted when I'm alone. It's, you know, I need to pee, I need to make a cup of tea, I need to look something up on my phone, and I just sit there, and in this hour I would probably do the first 3 rows, and that's it. That's very possible. It's nice to focus and to just crochet, crochet, crochet. Okay, how many rows did I do? I think it's 9 or 10. I know I counted them, but I forgot. That would be nice if there were 10 of them, a round number. Okay, the moment of truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. Oh, I love the color. I love the color. Oh, I love it. And look at the size. It's already wider than the book. And the idea is to make it meet, to make these corners meet in the middle here. So I will continue tomorrow, probably. Thank you for being with me. You inspire me. Bye.